Thank you for tuning into you, and let's jump into November for you, Gemini. Are you ready? We've been moving through October, and okay, so it's inevitable, right? We're hitting November now, and I'm hearing in that wave for you. I'm not sure what that might be alluding to, but take it as you will. For a number of you, though, right off the bat, well, welcome. This is a channeled reading in addition to a tarot card reading. We'll be working with the cards, specifically the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, but in addition, we'll be sort of channeling when meditating on your energy, and I'll relay to you what comes through. Now, Gemini, right off the bat, I was meditating already on your energy before I turn on the camera, and I was getting that there is something that I don't want to say you're like a little worried about, but you might be a little concerned here, like you're wondering, like, okay, I'm hearing what happens next, like, okay, but before we get into that, I'm hearing Perrier, sparkling water. That could be a particular message. And there could be focus I'm hearing on a restaurant as well. So, but anyways, now for another number of you, I'm seeing that there's something that you've been kind of like wanting to also clarify. Now, give me a quick second. Something is on the stove. Let me just pause that real quickly. Okay. Now, I'm hearing Leo here so strongly, and Leo's been coming through, my gosh, for a number of readings now, namely Scorpio. Leo was really playing quite a part there. We say in that way in the Scorpio reading, very strong dynamic between those two energy spaces, and for a number of you, you might be experiencing that there might be an activation as well of both the archetype of Leo and the archetype of Gemini. I'm hearing that in your birth chart, whatever that may mean in particular for a number of you. But let me just situate this here, actually, so that we're not going to be fidgeting. Well, I'm hearing Leo, Gemini. There's something that, like, I'm hearing, I just want to, like, know. Also, I'm hearing what's going on, like, for certain. I don't want to play these games anymore. For a number of you, it's like you kind of want to just... I'm almost getting this energy that was coming through in one of the readings. I think it was Leo, was it? No, I think it was Genesis, Scorpio, Libra as well. But it was Scorpio, I think, namely, that was like, someone was like, yeah, I would rather just come out and, like, confront this right here, right now. Like, look, I'm hearing I'm Jewish as well. Buffer World, are we still touring Buffer Palace? Okay. All right. Oh, hello, you guys. We're back. Okay, now for a number of you, listen, get Gemini, we just gotta get it out already. I gotta just be honest here. I'm not holding these gates open for, like, because I'm not, for no one to walk through it, okay? I'm seeing two people that are playing, like, kind of also, I'm hearing Careless Whisper. They're playing, like, kind of like childish games as they feel it. This is not for everyone, but someone maybe feels. I'm hearing W. Wait for me. I'm seeing that someone's like running, and they got like a backpack or they got a suitcase or something in their hand. This person's like, wait. This is kind of reminding me, actually. Okay, a year back or so, it was it was the Gemini read where two people, they're like kind of like friends, or like someone kind of friend zoned someone, and then at a certain point, like someone's gonna run to catch the bus or something, and the bus also came through actually in a Pisces read. But anyways, back in I think the new moon in Scorpio. Now for a number of you, like, it is to the point that yes, it was like someone's like, oh my gosh, okay, like, are they gonna kiss me? And then, like, for the longest time it was like every time they're like, no, not this time, like, and then comes the time where, like, they're running for the bus and this person's running after them. I'm imagining that one scene there. It was, I think, last October, November, and feel free to go watch the readings that call you. Feel free to watch the readings that call you. You remember that, Ioba? Yeah. So the readings, even if they're like so-called older readings, but it was like 2019, like, time doesn't exist, y'all. Okay, I'm hearing, just pitch your tent, like, on the campground that feels right. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that way, like, some people are like, well, I don't like it hilly. Some people want to sleep on a hill. I'm hearing it in that way. I don't know what that was going to do. Let's clear it. For a number of you, maybe you went camping with this person, and it was like, well, or you work with this for a strong number, you work with this person. Let's clear it. It's something with video security camera stuff. Anyways, it was like videography. Now, you're always in each other's background shots. I'm hearing that as well. Like you could see them like looking at you through their lens of the rear view. I don't know what that's going to. So people like in a mirror as well. They're like they can see each other through the mirror. Now, anyways, oh, for a number of you, yeah, remember that? Do you guys remember that reading yet again? So if you do feel guided to watch like older readings, I'm hearing some people like their campgrounds. I'm hearing stiff. I'm hearing and blocky. For a number of you, they like them also. I'm hearing blocked off. Like for a number of you, like take it as you will. Like again, whatever you feel guided. But for a number of you, like you also talking to your friends about this, like maybe person or this date or whatever the situation, and they were like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know like why you see it in that way. And it's like maybe you were like, well, I want to stick it out because I see something different here. Amber Pamber, whoa! I saw your hearts and I was like. I immediately thought, buffering, it's buffering. All right. Are we good? Now for a number of you, all right, I'm hearing someone's wearing a leopard print belt. Okay, so I'm seeing like kind of like some kind of I'm hearing see-through. I'm hearing that as well. Something though about even snake skin. I'm hearing that, but it's like leopard. Anyways, for a number of you, look, Gemini, this is like someone who has known someone maybe as well. For like it's too long to just say that we're friends at this point. I'm hearing that as well. I'm starting to kind of feel like Jello. I feel ridiculous. I'm hearing this for a number of you. Like I don't want to just sit here and be your friend for like 400 years and then we frame our pictures up on the wall like as dinosaurs in love. Like at that point we're gonna be, I'm hearing extinct as well. I don't know what that's going to. Let's clear it. And like that's not going to be the color of my choosing for the palette of our portrait as husband and wife. I'm hearing that. I don't know, that's not me talking. That could be someone's particular perspective even of the space of what does it mean to be married, and that could be in the yang of your own sort of being and your concept. Now, for a number of you, someone's like, I'm not going to serve that to him anymore. I'm seeing someone's even a waiter or waitress. They like, we're going to serve this dish to someone because someone keeps asking like, can I have like the bunt cake? I'm hearing this like, but they come and they ask for the same thing every day. It could be a metaphor. And at a certain point, Gemini's like, no, no, you cannot. We're not going there again. I'm hearing it like in that way. Also, we're not going home like together. No, like unless it's going to be something that I'm hearing Jewish so strongly. Again, I don't know what that's related to. It could be related to history here. Now, for a number of you, it's like, yeah, it's a pattern, and I want to bring it to an end. Now, let's clear it. Somebody wants to also maybe kind of like shake up someone's expectations. Maybe they feel like something. I'm really reminded of that reading. It was about a year ago, October, November. It was Gemini running after that person, and they were like, "Are we gonna kiss?" And like for the longest time, it was like, "No, no, no." And then they got to the point where they were like, "Okay," like they expected not to like kiss this person. And then it was like comes that day. I think it was also in the Taurus read where the person was like, "Hey, yeah," I think they were watching like, okay, anyways. Football or something, and it's like, let's clear it. Yeah, well, someone was like expecting, and then it didn't fall through in some way, and then once it did come through, which it eventually did, it was like this person was late. Like they were like, "Oh, every time you're late," so I just showed up late, and then like that one time, like, well, that time that person happened to be early or something like that. It's like that kind of, that sort of sense. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing, well, that's too bad because I'm on a new world class tour. I'm hearing this. Maybe that's on your for a number of you, that's not like something you're telling someone. I'm saying that's something. It's like maybe a vibe that you're just emitting. Like I'm not looking for out for that like right now. Like I'm not in the market for us to get no. For another number of you, someone here is getting tired of playing. Also, like, I'm hearing, oops, I pooped again. I'm hearing that as well. Like, and I'm tired of the cycle of needing to clean it up. For a number of you, it's something of like, how do we describe this? It's kind of like, well, I'm gonna say something that's not really the truth, and then we're gonna have to like clarify that later. I'm hearing that as well, where it's like, I really like you, but I'm not telling you that straight out. So then it's like all of this feeling of what we feel that we're not accessing is also building up to a point where it's build up. It's like we're gonna have to eventually bring that forward. And so for a number of you, someone sees that cycle as well happening, the building point, and they're like, I don't want to see that happen, like that at least. But for another number of you, someone's really tired of just kind of climbing the ladder and not also like calling that process out where we say, yeah, we're working towards this. Now for a number of you, it may come down to commitment where someone's just like, yeah, I just don't know what to call it. I'm just not going to call it that. And for a number of you, I'm hearing, hi, I'm late again. I'm gonna be back though. I'm hearing it in that way. No, that could be either party, but at a certain point, Gemini, I'm seeing someone's worried. They're like, am I going to see him again? I'm hearing that as well. Like, and this could be in a very public space. We just jumped to 122. Whoa, from like 108. So for a number of you, okay, when we're rising 125. For a number of you, 28, 27. For a number of you, this is someone who's in like the public eye. Now, this could be someone who you're like perceiving and you're like, well, they're circulating like heavily in their friend circle, and I don't know, do they remember? I'm hearing Cancer. Do they remember me? I'm hearing that as well. Maybe this is someone who wants to come back around the mountain to reconnect with someone, and they're thinking, are they going to also I'm here, is Charlotte going to accept me into her web again? Now, somebody works at like a post office. I'm hearing that very strongly, but somebody works at a ticket counter of some kind. They were like registering something. This person's like, yeah, they're not expecting maybe this person to also call them. Let's get the cards out, Gemini. This person could come out just like left field, like, yeah, wait, what? I'm hearing that, like J. I'm hearing the letter J. I'm hearing just in case, for a number of you though, for a select number of you, someone's proposing to somebody. This person works at the post office. I'm hearing like just in that way, and they're showing up. Oh my. Yo, Gemini, it's just like a proposal, chill. Oh gosh, the phone is like technically alright. Yo, what was that? Okay, now for a number of you, yikes. For a number of you, I'm hearing Hollywood. For a number of you, someone's in like love. They're not like in love, but like, comma, they're in love. It's like, it's the like that's like, how do I like say this? Like, they're in love. Okay, they're not like kind of in love, if you got what I'm saying. I'm hearing Hermit, Son of Pentacles. For a number of you, you're dealing with a really, really slow moving Virgo. I'm hearing the Torchbearer. I'm hearing has awful news for you. I don't know what that's like, the Sun in reverse. Like, they're kind of cynical. They're like, they see like the blades of grass in the field that like have not grown. Every other blade maybe has grown, even surpassed the point. Well, whatever it is. It's like they know how to pull out the hairs as well, the gray hairs. You got a gray hair there, gray, and it's like, can you stop just like saying like the good stuff, like the mediocre stuff that we're also getting off the ground? Can we like start to really, yeah. Eight of Cups in reverse. For a number, you got a lot of history with this person. It's just like kind of getting kind of karmic. I'm hearing that as well, the cycle at least, and you're like, I just don't want to be like spinning like in a salad spinner kind of thing, for like 7 years with you. I mean, that was with the Son of Pentacles looking down the Eight of Cups reverse. Like, I'm gonna call it out, buddy. Ace of Wands, Upright, Five of Cups. I'm done. I'm done with the do not disturb button thing as well, where like I call you, don't call back. I'm hearing that as well. Now, for a number, you got the Son of Cups with this person. Three of Wands. You got the Ace of Cups at the base of the Three of Wands. Gemini. I'm hearing quick, hurry. I'm hearing the Ring. I'm hearing share the news with your pals. I'm hearing your brother. I'm hearing as well who's in town. Someone's like visiting someone. Father Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. There might be a surprise here coming out. Hermit right there. Mirror and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Hermit's upright. For a number you dealing with, someone's got a lot of Virgo. Let me get the stove just like let me just change the. Let me just also change the channel. Sorry, Gemini. Casually, just, just jumping on the bed there. Just turning off the stove and just crawling back to you. Yes. We keep it casual here. I'm hearing that for a number of you, like, and that can actually, for a number of you, be something that you feel is something you need to change. You're like, this is just not good enough. I'm tired of changing your diapers. I'm hearing it, like, also in that way. Like, we have a dinosaur kind of love. I'm hearing it in that way with the Fool and the Son of Pentacles is what you're telling your friend. You're like, it's just moving so slowly. Like, I'm hearing, I think he heard what I said, but I'm not sure. Like, he's not giving me feedback. Okay, with the Fool and the Five of Cups, let's clear it. Like, did he get my text? I'm hearing that as well. Or is he just testing the water? Like, someone just doesn't know where someone maybe even, like, stands in a certain space, and they're like, okay, enough of that. I'm hearing that as well. I don't want to stand here like, I don't want to be 70. I'm hearing that as well. Years later into the relationship, so-called, or whatever this is, because we're not defining it, and then it starts turning into, well, I don't know what it is for everyone, but it's like, and then we start turning into, like, snow. I'm hearing snow on the mountain, like the ice caps. I'm hearing that. Yeah, well, that's not my ideal. I'm hearing of like of this long time history. Wow, but so Gemini, listen, with the death card and the father swords, you have a very strong connection with this person. It's like even if we go really slow at things, okay, it's not like I'm gonna just kind of like let go of the rope and let you slip down the side of the runway. I'm hearing that as well with the death card, and like you are, to a certain degree, maybe this is for a number of you, committed to this person, we say in that way. I'm hearing reptilian kind of love. I don't know what that is alluding to. With the Six of Pentacles and the Death card, it's like, alright, I'm not gonna, like, give up on this. I'm hearing that, and that might be what someone's telling someone. I'm hearing Nate. I'm hearing narrate. High Priestess upright. Someone's also maybe really busy. They're really busy. They got a really, really busy job or something like that. They work with tailoring things, tailoring messages. I'm hearing those with the hybrid. They could be even like a professional athlete for me. Yep, definitely with the Temperance card, the Mother of Swords. But they could be like a professional also speaker. I'm hearing that. Like even like an anchor, a news anchor or something. They just have a very detailed career, like their mind is always busy, and so someone's like, well, okay, I see how maybe for a number of you, they're like, I see how maybe they're just like, they got their tie like so tight around their neck. They're just like they don't have time for me, I guess. I'm hearing that as well, and they're really into their work. I'm hearing backgammon. Yeah, they're also maybe for a number of you like NARS. I'm hearing that. I think that's a brand of makeup. But they that was also narcissist. Okay, let's clear it. No, but they are a negotiator. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe they work in the field of finance. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing nope. Ace of Cups right there upright. I'm hearing the Ace of Wands upright. This is the type of thing where it's like it's really hot. Yeah, I was just thinking of that Libra reading. Even the Scorpio, where it's like it's kind of like it's very sparse. Maybe I barely talk to this person, but like, or I hang out with them. But when I do, it's really like we get it on. I'm hearing that as well, and it could be intellectually. This could be even a professional connection that you have. Now, for a number of you, let's clear it. It could be somebody, and if that is the case, you want to like partner up with them. For a number of you, it's like getting kind of silly though, and this has been coming from the Scorpio reads as of late. Specifically as well, the October 15th to November 15th. But the World's in reverse, the Three of Swords is upright. It's like, no, it's just not funny anymore. I'm hearing like, why are you waiting 11 hours to get back to my text when I said, did you have breakfast? Like, it's no longer relevant. The question's no longer relevant. Like, there's no more room. Also, like, in my conversation in my head to, like, keep track of, well, to keep, they are going to come out. Somebody, to clarify that, I'm hearing that as well, like, something is getting slowed down, like the ball's like, I don't know, I'm seeing green here. Let's clear it. Somebody's like, yeah, I just don't know if he's open, like emotionally. I'm hearing as well. Okay. Okay, for a number of you, maybe you feel like someone's not emotionally available. Like every time we try to have that conversation, well, let's clear it. Maybe it's kind of like sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Now, 1 second, it's like we get into some kind of conversations, but then it's like others are kind of limited. Let's clear that. And for a number of you, it's just like this person is maybe for a number of you actually really busy. Like they just don't have time to really get into. Also, I'm hearing the intellectual side. Now, for a number of you feel like they have the potential, but it's a matter of like actually acting on that. Now, for a number of you, maybe that's what is the frustrating part here, because you see where things could go and you're like, we're just not hitting that high note together. This could actually be someone you do, okay, now create something with. The Chariot, someone's like gonna step out of the race. I'm hearing this from a number of you, or that's only two. They're gonna step out of the room. Father Wands up right there, then maybe in the way of saying, I'm stepping out of the game and I'm saying that we need to win it. I'm hearing that as well. Like, let's stop, like, so again, someone feels something is silly. Okay, it's getting funny. It's like, there's no point in just standing here and like acting like also we don't really care about this. I'm here in the way and to the level and the degree that we do. Now they might feel, hey, I want to set the example here. I want to say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in not silver. I'm hearing, 1 second, I'm hearing we're moving too fast. Whoa. Somebody possibly feels like they don't want to run into the Four of Cups right there. So this might have to do not only with like the physical, someone is definitely, they're like, the crabs, like when you touch them, you tickle like you come at them like tickling their shell, they go like into their shell. That's what I'm imagining here. Like they board up. Whoop 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 whoop. No one lives in my crab shell, the Hermit upright, but it's like, but it's their crab shell. Maybe they got a little crabby. They got a little Krabby Patty placard on it as well. It's Priscilla's palace. I'm hearing that as well. Priscilla's home. I don't know what that's alluding to, but that's not necessarily literal. But the Hermit here, maybe someone like see something and like they kind of make fun of it or something. They call it out. They're like, oh, you're so like private, like you don't want to go, you for whatever this is something physical, like someone's just not, they don't want to, every time maybe they get close, they like step back. Now I'm hearing someone's telling someone, look, you're like, you got to think of it like you're a frog and you just got to go for it. I mean, you just got to jump for it. 2 of Cups. I don't know about that advice, to be honest with you, because, why would somebody, well, maybe someone feels like I would rather, like, not regret it down the line. 9 of Pentacles, upright. Could have sworn that was the Justice card, the Star here. I wonder if we split at the Justice card. Not sure. Okay, so someone is a little worried. I'm hearing this again. They're like, well, I don't want to make a decision that, like, I want to, but there's a lot of attraction here. I'm seeing someone licking their lips. They're like, no, I'm hearing Lourdes is really fine. I'm hearing that fine. I don't know what that's, I'm hearing SW. Now, 9 of Pentacles upright, Star. Someone is very well known actually, but they're just in sweater wetter. I feel like I'm like outside in the cold, I'm wearing a sweater and I'm like even wetter even with my sweater on. Like this thing is just absorbing all the rain. I'm hearing that as well. And like I'm hearing I'm also so lonely. Now for a number of you, possibly you have the Ace of Swords coming through right there. Let's clear it. Someone is just not jumping into the game as someone else sees it, okay? It's this feeling of like watching football players, I'm hearing that as well, or even like basketball players. They're just not being like assertive enough to someone else's taste, to maybe their coach's liking or that of the ref. It's like the referee. It's like, but that's not really the point, right? The player is the player after all, right? If the coach were the player, they'd be on the field. If the ref were the player, they'd be. If the audience were the players, they'd be on the field. So for a number of you, there's something that's just from a perspective-based standpoint, like it just feels like frustrating to someone. Okay, they're like, I just feel like you're not like flying, like, and you could fly through that. I'm hearing that room. I'm hearing Grace. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Let's clear it. This could be you with yourself as well, or someone with themselves. They're getting frustrated with themselves. 8 of Swords upright. They're trying to, kind of. Now every time for another number of you, it's like in this way. Every time I want to make a move, I like somehow like creep back into my cocoon. I'm hearing the 8 of Swords, and this is like psychologically based. Well, this is psychology. So they step back on a psychological level, maybe they feel that their psychology holds them back, maybe from taking action. And so it's very slow. I'm hearing at the end of the day, maybe this is the way someone's describing something to another. Now, let's clear it. I'm hearing PL, pleased to meet you. This could be someone also. Let's clear. Oh, for a number of you, someone doesn't want to maybe acknowledge their relationship or their connection in front of like their friends or their family or their network or their public life in some way. It's like, yeah, it's annoying because like he won't put the like bumper sticker on his bumper. He just holds it in like the back of his pocket and he says, no, I'm not going to stick it on anything. Well, I am not like a woman who's going to hold your candle for you like that and just be like your candle holder. I'm hearing that as well. Let's clear it. Like, I can't have passion like only on some days. It has to be like every day. I'm hearing that as well. And every time I feel it. So now this can be from the standpoint of saying, well, I feel like I'm expressing myself. And from the other vantage point, I feel like you're holding yourself back. So that will be something subjective. Everybody has their interpretation of also how well they feel they are expressing. Some people will say, well, I feel like I'm really expressing myself. But to another, it's like, I don't know. I think you're holding like back your true colors. So how many of you know what this is referring to? Let's clear it around. On a scale of 1 to 10, 11 being, I have the letter in the envelope right as we speak. I'm about to just like seal it up, send it through. Yeah, okay. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing someone is famous. They have a huge following. I'm seeing lights going off right here as well, right here. It is very hard to get in touch with them maybe, and it may not be the kind of thing where it's like you are openly sort of legally, I'm hearing as well, like in a relationship. I don't know what that's into, and it's like someone just feels like we're just not hitting, I'm hearing it again this way, like the notes that we could. Now that could be on an energetic level. Maybe this has to do with ascension. It's like, it's about activating certain parts of the DNA. I'm hearing that as well. You could be looking, I'm hearing for a number of you at your twin and you're like, they're just not at that level. I could just feel it. if they were at that level, we would be hitting that high note together, because it's like, it's very interesting. You can only see certain colors when you hit a certain vibration, and you realize you're not seeing those colors maybe in their aura or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's linked to for everyone. But then it's like, and it could be on an energetic level. You're like, I'm just not seeing those colors come through. Maybe even like in a body of work. It could be a creative body of work. And so like by way of that, I can tell that we're not really also hitting the potential point. I'm hearing that we could with the Father Wands right now. For another number of you, someone's just frustrated. they're just frustrated. I'm feeling this acid burn in the heart chakra. Oh my gosh. They're feeling like I love them, but we're just not like in love. I'm hearing that as well. We're not, it's like we've got like the putty, but we're just not like putting our hands in it and working with it. It's just kind of sitting on the corner of the desk. And we're just like cleaning up the rest of the room meanwhile. And I feel like it's such a shame. Now, for a number of you, this is someone who is not bringing home. I'm hearing also like enough money. I don't know what that was linked to, but someone's like, well, what are you doing like the whole day? I'm hearing, where are we going with our financial, I'm hearing bureaucracy. I'm hearing statement as well. Someone's just like, where is this going? I mean, where is this shit going? I'm hearing that like specifically their expectations. Maybe someone's actually just not showing up, or they're silent when it comes to defining like what they will be bringing to the table. Justice in reverse. They're kind of a negotiator. I'm hearing that as, again, they could be either working in finance or, either this energy might, for a number of you, though, this isn't they could be a negotiator in, like, their day-to-day. Maybe that's what they do for a living. But for a number of you, this is, like, you feel like you even need to negotiate the contract. I'm hearing that. That's in quotation marks. Air quotes, like, you feel like you don't know what's going on. Okay? That's what it comes down to. And maybe for some of you, just, like, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why I feel uncomfortable. I just feel like I can't count on them. I'm hearing that as well. Like, well, what does that mean? Well, it just hasn't been laid out. Lovers in reverse. So someone's not acknowledging someone. This is your own card in the major arcana Gemini. The Lovers in reverse, Gemini's card. Someone feels like, I'm just like sticky in the pan. I feel like there's a lot of sugar. There's not enough heat. I'm hearing that as well. Interesting. I'm just like caramelized right now, and I'm hardening. I'm just like calcifying. I'm hearing that as well. But it's due to the weight. I'm hearing that as well. Like, when are we gonna like, let's clear it? Devil, but the attraction's mighty powerful. So I don't know what exactly is keeping this together, to be quite honest. Well, Death card and the Devil, yeah, there's karma, there's history. It's hard, but sometimes it's like, that's the challenge that gets us to hit the high notes. Sometimes, every now and then, it's like, but it's not like a consistent thing. So now for a number of you, this might be something that you gotta like work, the kinks out of parts of the calendar. I'm hearing that as well. Interesting. It could be related to time, history, past, and we are in a heavy Mercury retrograde cycle. So for a number of you, might be feeling kind of frustrated, like, oh, I feel like I'm in the hardest part of the leg of the run. This one little hill just looks so hard, like. But, I know that it's a journey, and so there's a reason why we're here. We're doing this, and we will, be reaching a higher ground. Now, for a number of you with the Devil, there's a lot of learning here. A lot of learning on the table. For a number of you, it is actually maybe getting to know this person, and it's just like the circumstance possibly has just not been favorable to really feel like you can get to know this person in the way that you are wishing. Now, for a number of you, that could be actually related to someone's career position or, well, their job, and it's just like, yeah, he's just always so busy. So for a number of you, though, this is something where you were getting to know someone, and then possibly something happened in the workplace. I'm hearing that as, again, or something kind of fell apart, and it can be something outside of, I'm hearing the context, like the system in which or through which you met. Something was put on pause, and let's clear it. Yeah, like something was, it even dissipated, and so it's like, you're thinking like, when are we going to see each other again? I'm hearing that, like, specifically, like, when are we going to have the chance to also play our rugby match? Like, someone said, they left on the note of, well, we should do that again. I'm hearing that, like, yeah, we should meet up again. I'm hearing that. Magician reverse, Justice in reverse. Okay, now for a number of you, this is something that will stretch into the long term. It's just right now, for a number of you, I'm hearing you are in a legal bind. I'm hearing that. That's not me talking. It could be something that you're seeing. Maybe even it's like we have to just get like the contract set out, and it's really hard to lay the foundation and make it feel all like perfect and final for both of us. For a number of you, it could be karmically, where it's like we got to bring it. We feel possibly we need to lay a foundation, and we need to test that foundation, and it takes time to do that. Like, it needs to be stable. Now, that's a question of the earth beneath it as well. It's funny, we were talking about the pitching of the tent earlier. So let's clear it and ground. Yes, it's like, so we know, maybe it's something that you're aware of. We know that this can be a frustrating process, but it's necessary. So for a number of you though, this is you ironing out the so-called kinks, maybe in relation to some concept that you really want to take all the way through. I'm hearing home, Mother of Cups. There's a very strong connection here, be it with your work, be it with some idea here you want to get off the ground. For a number of you, this is something that you want to lead forward. And for a number of you, in regardless, it is something, let's clear it. I'm hearing you have so much also that you sense in this space. For a number of you, that's the frustrating thing, because you also feel like you can imagine everything that can be created in this connection. I'm hearing as well in that way, and it's just like, why aren't we there yet? Why aren't we doing it yet? All right, let me get a few more cards here for you, Gemini. For a number of you, you've seen this person. They're like, you really, really turned on by them. I'm hearing that again. 5 of Swords, but it was even like right off the bat, from the very beginning, there was something like, you asked someone this question, they came off really strong, like, it was a very strong, like, no. Like, I'm seeing someone, like, walking up to a door, they were like, can I open it? And it's like, no, like, don't come in. I'm hearing that as well. 5 of Swords, Mother of Cups, but the Mother of Cups came through to the 5 of Swords, like, the door being the 5 of Swords. Okay, well, there was a reason. She was intuitively guided here. I'm hearing this for a number of you. Now, for a number of you, maybe you, like, got to know this person, you got into, like, an argument or something? That was, like, the first time you talked. This is for a number of you, and it was just, like, very, very pointed. I'm hearing that, but, like, very pointed. And so by way of that as well, there's a very clear sort of in and beginning to the connection and the conversation. 9 of Cups. A lot of dreaming. So it was the initial impression that was laid that just kind of laid the foundation for, the rest of this sort of, I'm hearing interaction. I don't want to say the rest, like, what is the rest, what begins and what ends, but it's like, I started out with this really strong impression of what could be, and so by way of that, I continued through the process that even if, I was like, oh, they still won't let me in, like, I still feel like we're not at that point yet with one another. 3 of Wands upright, and it could have to do with vulnerability. Yes, with the 3 of Wands upright, this could be you wanting to confess some things to someone as well. It could be absolutely you with yourself, where you're like, just like kind of tired of stopping myself at the gate right before I, run in and like say, like, really express myself, like release what it is that I also like feel, unleashing that, expressing myself. I'm hearing that. Now, for a dealing with a Pisces, if you're Gemini dealing with a Pisces, you are an absolute love. I'm hearing this from a number of you. I'm hearing letter J. You have like just the perfect thing in mind. I'm hearing that as well, like for this for a number of you, got, like, even, like, a dress. It's like this. You buy this dress. You're like, the first minute I saw this dress, like, I knew exactly. And it's funny, because splitting the Daughter of Cups, splitting to the Fool, splitting to the Mother of Swords, it's like, I had the idea in mind. Let's clear it. Somebody was very clear, maybe even on their first impression. But it was in the way, again, the Hangman splitting right there with the 2 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. There's something so clear at the beginning, but you, like, step back from it. You're like, okay, I just saved that. I'm going to put that on the shelf. Like, I bought the dress, but I'm putting it in my closet, and I'm not taking it out. It's something kind of, maybe even serendipitous when it comes to the way in which maybe you connect with this person and what brought you together. Maybe someone, like, sold you something, or, like, there was a transaction that took place, but it was something for a number of you that was a little bit... It was tense with the 5 of Swords upright. It wasn't like just kind of simple and easy, I'm hearing wait, Hermit here in reverse, Strength in reverse. Okay, now Gemini. For a number of you, it's funny because you might have even, like, maybe you pursued this space and then you took a break, or you took a pause, maybe in the way that you related to it. Father Wands again for the 3rd time here. Wow. I'm seeing a heart here. You definitely, I'm hearing, discovered also your potential maybe in this space. But it was like, again, I'm hearing, it's annoying because you feel like I'm not acting on it. I'm hearing, but eventually. I'm hearing, suddenly I see. Like, I will come to this point where, like, and I know it for no reason, maybe there's a focus on potential. I'm hearing that with the Son of Wands in reverse, like even maturity. Maybe someone's like waiting for someone to like show up. I'm hearing that. Own up. I'm hearing Sagittarius, Ace of Cups right there. Hierophant. Come on now. Yeah, for a number of you, this has to just do with coming out about what it is. It's like a sticker, just like peel it already. I'm hearing that Judgment in the Moon, but like in the meantime, well, there's a reason, right? If it's not getting off the ground yet, yeah, there's a reason. There's a lot of clearing I'm hearing here as well with the Empress of Karma, the past. We need to get to that point where we're like clearing the road, the path here to where it is that we both want to pursue this potential. So thank you for tuning in.